And I think that you deserve this.
Oh my gosh.
It's extremely rare for reality show contestants to return decades later to the stage that first launched them. But Jessica Sanchez did just that. Nearly 20 years after she first stunned audiences on America's Got Talent, she came back, not as a hopeful newcomer, but as a seasoned artist with a voice deeper, wiser, and more powerful than ever. But what happened in the years between those two appearances? What shaped the woman behind the voice? There's more to Jessica Sanchez than meets the eye. Join us as we tell you what you didn't know about Jessica Sanchez from America's Got Talent.
As an Asian child, were you bullied in America? I know you grew up in San Diego.
Yeah.
You were?
Yeah.
Because of the color of your skin?
No.
Because?
I think it's because I was really quiet.
Okay.
I was very shy. I'm still really soft-spoken, but it was even 10 times worse back then. I was too afraid to even look people in the eye. I was just really quiet, very shy.
Jessica Elizabeth Sanchez was born on August 4th, 1995 in Chula Vista, California, to Edita Sanchez, a Filipina from Bataan, and Gilbert Sanchez, a Mexican-American serving in the U.S. Navy Reserves. Raised in Eastlake, Chula Vista, Jessica was the eldest of 3 siblings. Her multicultural upbringing deeply influenced her identity and artistic voice from a young age. Gifted with an unusually powerful voice for her age, Jessica was performing publicly as early as 5. Her first national appearance came at age 10 when she auditioned for the inaugural season of America's Got Talent in 2006. She stunned judges with her rendition of Celine Dion's I Surrender, earning praise despite being eliminated in the wildcard round. Her time on the show foreshadowed her future, a girl with unshakable poise, powerhouse vocals, and emotional presence well beyond her years. Between her AGT debut and her American Idol run, Jessica honed her skills relentlessly. She performed at local events, including San Diego Chargers games, and became known online for covers of songs by Etta James and Rihanna. She was also invited to join a YouTube cover of We Are the World 25 for Haiti, alongside major digital creators. Navigating both her Filipino and Mexican-American identities in the entertainment industry instilled in Jessica a deep awareness of representation and belonging. These formative years built a foundation of authenticity that would guide her in future career decisions. Jessica's big break arrived in 2012 when she auditioned for American Idol Season 11. Her voice quickly made her a standout. In a dramatic twist, she faced near elimination during the top 11 week, but was saved by the judges in a landmark moment. This made her the first female recipient of the judges' save, elevating her from underdog to frontrunner overnight. One of her most unforgettable performances came when she delivered Whitney Houston's I Will Always Love You, a rendition that went viral and was lauded for its technical perfection and emotional weight. Week after week, Jessica captivated viewers with vocal maturity that belied her age. Her command over difficult ballads and her poise under pressure drew comparisons to seasoned performers. On May 23, 2012, she finished as the season's runner-up, losing to Philip Phillips. Still, Jessica made history as one of the youngest and most vocally impressive finalists in the show's history. Her Idol run not only introduced her to millions, but also redefined the expectations for young contestants. Despite her age, she competed like a veteran, and her performances became benchmarks for aspiring vocalists in seasons to follow. Jessica exited from record label after failed debut. Following her American Idol success, Jessica launched into her post-show career with high expectations. She first released a Walmart-exclusive EP that kept fan interest alive. In April 2013, she unveiled her debut studio album, Me, You, and the Music, which featured collaborations like Tonight with Ne-Yo. The album debuted at number 26 on the Billboard 200, a respectable showing for a new artist. However, the project struggled to make a lasting commercial impact. Critical reception was mixed, and sales fell short of major label hopes. Soon after, Jessica quietly exited Interscope/19 Entertainment, beginning a new chapter outside the mainstream pop machine. Despite these hurdles, she remained active in the public eye. Jessica made appearances on Glee, sang at national events like the White House Easter egg roll, and participated in collaborations across R&B, pop, and dance genres. But beneath the surface, she wrestled with deeper artistic concerns. The industry's focus on image and marketability over substance took a toll on her. Though adored by fans, Jessica began to feel artistically stifled. The freedom she once felt performing on Idol seemed harder to find in the post-show industry machinery, prompting her eventual move toward independence and self-discovery. Between 2014 and 2022, Jessica's music output slowed, but her evolution deepened. She released a series of standalone singles, often with themes of empowerment, heartbreak, and cultural affirmation. During this period, she openly addressed feeling boxed in by industry expectations, particularly as a Filipina-Mexican artist trying to fit mainstream molds. Notable among her releases was Us, which came out in 2021. It was an anthem she wanted to release for a while. Featuring APL.DJP of the Black Eyed Peas and a spoken word appearance from Mark Cuban, the song reflected her growing desire to make music with social weight. She followed with Baddie in 2022, an unapologetically confident track that marked her move towards self-written content and independence. Jessica described this chapter as her spiritual and artistic reset. She stepped back from music as commerce and reconnected with music as expression. In interviews, she revealed how being raised by a single working mother had instilled strength, but also a sense of pressure to succeed quickly. Her hiatus allowed her to redefine success on her own terms, prioritizing authenticity, faith, and storytelling. This transformation didn't generate headlines, but it built a foundation for her true artistic comeback. The young girl once known for vocal fireworks became a woman more interested in lyrical truth. By re-embracing her cultural roots and faith, Jessica began to reconstruct her artistic identity, one that finally felt wholly hers. In July 2025, Jessica re-emerged on the national stage by returning to the show where it all began, America's Got Talent. At 29, she auditioned for season 20 with Benson Boone's Beautiful Things. Her powerful and raw performance earned a standing ovation and the coveted golden buzzer from Sofia Vergara. The symbolism of her return wasn't lost on anyone. It was exactly 20 years after her original AGT debut, and she was performing a song about holding on to beauty amid chaos. Sofia called it perfect timing and praised Jessica for embodying growth, courage, and artistic maturity. This return wasn't a relaunch, it was a reclamation. Jessica had transformed from prodigy to woman, from industry product to authentic creator. The moment reintroduced her to the public, not as someone chasing fame, but as someone delivering a deeply personal truth. Her return was met with overwhelming positivity on social media. Longtime fans praised her for not only reclaiming her narrative, but doing so with grace, dignity, and raw honesty. For many, it was not just a performance, but a homecoming, a full-circle moment that honored her beginnings while pointing toward a more self-defined future. One of the most surprising revelations during her AGT 2025 audition was Jessica's personal life. She announced she had been married since 2021 to Ricky Gallardo, a lighting technician and producer she met in 2017. Their love story began humbly. After meeting backstage at an event, Ricky messaged her boldly, saying he will marry her one day. In 2021, they got married in a spontaneous Texas ceremony, using rings from Walmart and a simple dress. In July 2025, she revealed that she and Ricky were expecting their first child, a daughter they planned to name Eliana. The public got a glimpse of her joy through a series of maternity photos shared on Instagram. Her caption read, "Our hearts are so full. It's been so hard keeping it quiet these past 5 months." Ricky responded with a heartfelt tribute, praising Jessica's strength, artistry, and the balance she maintained between motherhood and music. He described her as a force of nature and shared how proud he felt walking beside her on this journey. Jessica's family, particularly her mother, Adida, continues to play a pivotal role in her life. She often credits Adida as her greatest inspiration, citing her mother's independence and work ethic as core reasons for her own resilience. For Jessica, this phase of life isn't a break from music, it's a richer layer to her story, one where love, faith, and purpose fuel her creativity more than ever. Looking ahead, Jessica has expressed a clear vision. She wants to create music that reflects her truth. Gone are the days of chasing commercial formulas. Her next project is expected to be deeply personal, possibly a full-length album shaped by motherhood, heritage, and spiritual renewal. Fans are eager for what she calls her second debut. With renewed attention from AGT and growing momentum on social media, the stage is set. What is certain is that Jessica plans to release music at her own pace. She's hinted at a blend of soul, R&B, and acoustic textures, paired with lyrics drawn from real experiences. Live shows and digital content are likely on the horizon too, though balanced with her new role as a mother. Jessica Sanchez is no longer just a voice. She is a vision, an artist writing her own script. She is a blueprint for any artist seeking to reclaim their narrative and start anew on their own terms.